So, for the new people, after I have a big fracas happen, I always like to do a decompression video. It gets rid of like all the people that might still be lingering around and just want to see what other shit I say next so that they can tell me what an idiot I am, right? Just get rid of all them, let them know. I don't always just do politics. Sometimes I do other shit. And I've wanted to make this video for a while. I think it's the perfect time to do it. So, in order to do this, I would like to tell a fun little story about my old apartment. And I have visual, let's call it evidence. No, this isn't entirely necessary. Apparently, I got a check today for $14. It's what's left of my security deposit. After probably cleaning and whatever else. I don't know. Fucking whatever. So, they're apparently not going to be as much of dicks as I thought they were going to be. And that's cool of them. But nevertheless, I got to tell this story because it's just too good. So, I hadn't been living there very long. Maybe a year. Maybe I was a year in. And one day I noticed a small brown spot on my ceiling. And I was like, uh-oh, that's water damage. I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I bet the upstairs neighbor's AC is leaking on the floor, and now we got water damage. And so I called the maintenance guys that day. I said, hey, getting water damage. I think the upstairs AC is leaking. Probably want to go check that out. Alright, we'll put in a ticket for it. A couple of weeks went by. The spot got bigger and bigger. We will begin where I first began to record this, and you will very quickly realize why it was I chose this minute to begin recording.
Alright, so it is July 20th, 2015, and this is a visual record of what happened when I woke up this morning. I saw paint. Oh yeah, that's starting to come off. Apparently, I have some water dripping between the paint and the walls and coming out through the plaster, which has now put a nice big hole in the ceiling and water damage. This is just for my own records, I guess. Just in case they decide they want to fucking, I don't know, make me pay for this shit. But there you go. Yay!
Obviously, I called them again. And they told me that they couldn't find the key to the apartment above mine. And they were waiting to find a time when they kind of ran into them when they were home. And I'm like, that's not good enough, man. I'm like, there's water going between the paint and the wall, bubbling up the paint, and the ceiling's coming in. You need to figure it out. This was the next day, the morning of the next day. So it's July 21st. Look at that. More plaster.
Bigger hole in the ceiling. Again, this is to show that I am not at fault for this shit. You can see that there's water damage. You can see where it's yellowing around it. You can see that it's big pocket up there of water damage. Just in case they try to make me pay for this shit. That ain't gonna happen.
Now at this point, I would like to interject and say that this had been going on for weeks. Now, I lived in a place with Dennis, actually. And our AC started leaking. And we noticed one night that the floor was damp. Right? And so we put, Tupperware underneath that shit. And we called the maintenance people and said our AC is leaking. My upstairs neighbors were fucking assholes. Like, literally fucking assholes the whole time I lived there. Always no matter who it was, there's a couple people that wound up living up there for a while. No matter who it was, they were fucking assholes. Every time.
Here we go again. Look at that water. That sound you're hearing is the bucket I now have to fucking hold the water that is leaking from upstairs. Said it before, I'll say it again, I'm not paying for this fucking shit. Alright, I'm sure you've noticed there's now 2 buckets. And that is because things have gotten slightly worse. It looks like the ceiling is really coming down now. It's into the upper layers of it. And it's getting a lot bigger. I called maintenance about this. I have yet to receive a call back. Probably will not until tomorrow, but nevertheless, that's where we're at right now. I swear to God, if they try and charge me for this shit, it's gonna be an interesting court case, because I ain't fucking paying. This is not my fault. There's no way you can say it's my fault. Yes. I wish you could see the amount of water that's on the floor. I can't really. I mean, there you get kind of a glisten. How could this possibly be my fault? Okay. Before I go to bed, catch all of the plaster on the floor. Nice, right? I gotta go into a really wide angle shot for this. Ready? Yeah! Look at that. More water leaking through. Isn't that fantastic? I wonder how much worse it's going to be tomorrow when I get home. Totally not paying for this.
Believe it or not, all 3 of those clips were from the same night. That same night, from the morning, when I recorded the first time. Yeah, that's how quickly it got that bad. All in one night.
Yeah. Alright, it is. I don't know how well you can get this. Saturday, September 5th. There we go again. More water. Can you hear it? And look at this. Yeah! That's probably not good either. Leaking into the light fixture, as you can see. That's getting a lot worse. I just got off the phone with maintenance. They said they can't find a key for the apartment upstairs. So I guess I'm just screwed until they get a key for the apartment upstairs. But again, keeping this video diary so that if anything ever happens, if they ever decide they're going to charge me for this, then when I either take them to court to not pay it, or when they take me to court to pay it, I can say, not my fault. How could I have possibly done this to myself? Alright, thank you.
The next day, I woke up and I called off work. I called the maintenance people and I said, my light fixture is leaking water. I said, you will have somebody out there to not only get the AC upstairs fixed, but to get all of this fixed today. If I don't have somebody out here to begin working on it within 1 hour, I'm going to call the police. Sure enough, it was fixed by the end of business that day. That's how everything went in that place. That's how the fucking dude, like about 2 months before I moved out, a month after I told him I was going to move out, I flipped on the disposal just because I was like, the disposal never works. They come over, fix it, within fucking a month or two, it's not working again. So I'm like, alright, check the disposal. Not working. So I called him and I said, disposal's not working. So alright, we'll get somebody over to fix it. I said, great, that gives me 2 months to actually get that to happen. Believe it or not, the next day, I had a work ticket sticking out of my door. And I'm like, because I'm moving. Alright. So, they fixed the disposal. It worked. Right? I checked the disposal after I had cleaned the place. As I was getting ready to lock the doors and go over and hand the keys in. Well, no, because that was too late. Whatever. As I was getting ready to lock the doors for the last time, right, never be in that fucking shithole again, didn't work. And I'm like, man, dude, there was so many things to fucking do with that place. That, honestly, that's nothing. I'm so glad to be out of that fucking place. Yeah, I figured you guys would get a kick out of that. Seeing how bad that it went for, or how bad that it got, and how long that it went for. I mean, you see there from, what was that, August 20th, right? All the way to September 5th, and that's only what I recorded. That doesn't count the couple of weeks leading up to that shit. I mean, and I was calling them every day, going, it's getting bigger. It's getting worse. Did somebody do something? We can't find the key. And I'm sitting there like, man, I don't give a fuck. Change the lock. Like, they have a note waiting for them that says you have to come by the office to get your new keys. I don't know. Figure the fuck out, man. Yeah, so there you go. That's my I want a quick easy one for today video. A video I've been planning for a while. But yeah, and then I can get rid of this footage. There you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Fucking a little piece of my suffering. With this, I can kind of like let it go, you know? So, fuck. There you go. Have a good night. Bye.